Most people moving to central New York only Google the home prices, and then they move here and get blindsided by everything else. In this video, we're going over the full honest picture of what it's actually like to live in CNY. The affordability, the winters, the job market, the community, and the hidden costs most people never factor in until it's too late. I'm Tyler Marshall, a real estate agent here in central New York and the host of Living in Central New York, a channel built for one reason: to help people make a smart, informed decision about relocating here before they ever sign a contract or pack a moving truck. Let's start with the question that everybody asks first. Is central New York actually affordable? On paper, yes. CNY's housing prices are significantly lower than most of New York State and well below the national median of $396,000. You're looking at suburbs like North Syracuse around $247,000, Liverpool around $240,000 to about $320,000, and even Fayetteville-Manlius in the $374,000 to around $460,000 range for some of the most prestigious addresses in the region. That's real value compared to Rochester, Albany, or anything downstate. But here's the part that trips people up. Once you layer in property taxes, the cost of living picture shifts. CNY property taxes are real, and they're higher than a lot of Sunbelt markets. Your dollar absolutely buys more house here, but you need to budget extra for taxes and winter prep. When you factor all that in, the overall cost of living lands closely to or slightly above the national average, not the bargain some people assume walking in. Now, let's talk about the winters. And I'm going to be honest with you, the way most relocation videos are not. CNY sits in the Lake Ontario snowbelt, meaning Cicero, Clay, Liverpool, and Baldwinsville get hit with heavy lake effect snow that rolls off the lake and just doesn't stop. Some people genuinely love it. Skiing, snowshoeing, sledding with the kids, there's a real lifestyle built around it here. But I've seen it happen more times than I can count. Families move here, have 1 or 2 brutal winters, and they're already Googling flights to Florida by February. This isn't a deal breaker, it's just something you need to go in with open eyes about. An attached garage isn't a luxury here. It's basically a necessity. And heating bills, snow removal, and roof maintenance are real line items in your budget. If you want the full breakdown on what to expect when buying in central New York, the suburbs, the school districts, the market data, and exactly what each community is built for, I put together a free resource called the Central New York Master Relocation Guide. It covers everything in one place. It's totally free, and you can download it using the link in the description. Now, let's talk about the job market, because this one is growing, but I want to set the right expectations. CNY isn't exploding with ultra high paying tech or finance jobs the way New York City or Boston might be. The anchor industries here are healthcare, education, and government. Steady, stable, but not aggressive on salary ceilings. The big story right now is Micron Technology, which broke ground on a $100 billion semiconductor megafab in Clay in January 2026. The largest private investment in New York State history. That's 9,000 direct jobs and tens of thousands of additional positions in the region over the coming years. Add to the fact that remote and hybrid work has opened up CNY professionals who can work from anywhere, and the profile of who's moving here is changing fast. If you're a teacher, a healthcare worker, a government employee, or a remote professional, this market was built for you. The suburban school districts here are genuinely strong, and that's one of the biggest reasons families keep choosing central New York. Baldwinsville, Fayetteville-Manlius, North Syracuse, Jamesville, DeWitt, these are well-regarded districts that constantly rank well nationally. That said, I always tell buyers the same thing. Do your own research for a specific address. 2 houses on the same street can feed different schools. Use niche.com, check great schools, and join local Facebook community groups for whatever suburb you're considering. People in those groups will give you the real ground level picture in a way no website fully can. City schools in Syracuse itself face different challenges than suburban districts, so the distinction matters. Here's the part a lot of people don't expect. They move here for affordability, and they fall in love with the lifestyle. Four Seasons, easy access to trails, Oneida Lake, Green Lake State Park, and the Finger Lakes a short drive away. Downtown Syracuse has restaurants, arts, college sports. There's more going on than people from bigger cities assume. The honest caveat is it's not 24/7 big city energy. Late night options are limited. If you're coming from Chicago or Boston and you need that pulse, you'll notice what's missing. But what most people tell me they didn't expect, the community. Neighborhoods in Cicero, Baldwinsville, Fayetteville-Manlius, Jamesville, DeWitt, people actually wave. Neighbors check in on each other. It has that tight-knit feeling that's genuinely hard to find. The flip side is that if you're coming from a major metro, it can feel insular at first. Like everyone already knows everyone and you're the new person. That fades, but it's worth knowing going in. Last thing, and this is the stuff that nobody puts in their relocation budget. Property taxes you already know about, but there's also heating bills that hit harder than most people coming from warmer states expect. Car maintenance here is real. Road salt does a number on vehicles over the years. Seasonal allergies in spring can be intense. And if you're moving in winter, which plenty of people do, logistics are just harder. Moving trucks, timing, and getting settled when it's -10 outside. New York also requires a real estate attorney at closing, which is an added cost compared to states that don't. None of this is a reason not to move here. It's just the stuff I wish more people walked in knowing. And that takes us to the end of this one. If you're moving to Central New York and would like my assistance, you can contact me using the information below.